Ready?
Yes.
Here.
It's been said and done. Every beautiful thought's been.
Hey, this is Redban, and this is a new episode of the Deathsquad Secret Show, live from the Comedy Store. How you guys doing today? Small but mighty crowd.
I feel like it'll build, Redban.
Post Super Bowl crowd, I guess.
If you start it, they will come.
Yeah. So you watched the Super Bowl. I slept through the whole entire thing.
Because you're a girl.
I haven't even watched one YouTube commercial. I haven't seen any of the Super Bowl commercials. And I heard about the blackout.
It was fun.
Is there any new news on the blackout? Did we find out if it was hackers or if it was just...
No, it wasn't a terrorist act. But I was saying, like, during the Super Bowl, that'd be a great way, like, I feel like, because there's all these prop bets you can make, heads or tails, is Beyonce's hair curly or straight? There's a lot of prop bets. And if one of them was, is there a terrorist attack? If I was a terrorist, I would bet yes, and I would plan a fucking attack. That would have been my move to make money. I think it pays out not good, but...
I had a podcast today with Melissa Etheridge, and
speaking of girl, I guarantee you she watched the Super Bowl.
She is a huge stoner,
Really?
druggie.
Druggie or stoner? There's two different things. Druggie is like smacking up heroin and
I think
spit shining dicks for nickels.
I think she still plays with psychedelics and stuff.
She's gotta be in her 50s, right?
Yeah, she's late 50s, and she's pretty much crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was like one of those things where you had so much respect for somebody because of their music and everything like that, but then they were talking about crazy Martians and how you pick your destiny before you're even born and stuff like that. And it was just like sitting there going, oh, how do I not go, you're crazy, and run the fuck out of that room? It was weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Was she stoned as fuck?
Yeah, but I don't think that's what it was. You have to listen to it.
But I will say this, that is clearly stoner speak.
Yeah.
So you can't just be like, well, yeah, she was totally stoned and talking about aliens.
There's a little red reverb on your mic.
There's a little reverb. I don't know what that means.
There's a reverb button. You just need to turn it down.
Reverb button. I don't know. Do you hear it, Josh? Reverb button.
There you go.
I think it sounds better.
All right. Well, if this is your first time here, every week we have a artist. What we do is we pick out a talented artist, and they just draw whatever the fuck they want based on this podcast. And today we have a great new guy to Deathsquad. His name is Zach Morissette. Is that right?
From Saved by the Bell set?
Yeah.
Wow.
Zach Tact. Yeah.
Just like Alanis, but with less consonants.
I like it.
More? Less? But you have a unique style. You've been doing what you call is a mashup.
Yeah.
And explain what that is.
It beats writing an actual joke. I take just a couple of concepts and try to combine them and make an original piece of art out of that.
You've already started.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
You're going Doctor Who tonight.
Doctor Who mashup.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see that. And Zach can be found on Twitter under Zach Morissette, and that's ZACKMORRISSETTE. Now, Zach, have you ever thought maybe just to do something like Zach is cool, or something?
You know what? I've tried a couple of different things. A lot of stuff was taken,
right.
So I just stuck with my name because it is my name. Incidentally, this is my fiance. It's about to become her cross to bear.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least you're not taking her name, right?
Right.
And it's never too late to get out.
Too easy.
I just want to say that thing.
Wait a second. Unless her last name is easy to say on Twitter. Maybe.
What last name are you giving up, love?
Helston.
See, that is easier to spell. I'm guessing it's Pelstoa.
Hey!
Okay, so that's a better Twitter name, sir. All right, so I can't wait to see that. But hey, let's get the guests on stage. This is an awesome lineup, don't you think, team?
It's a great lineup. Yeah. This is one I'm very excited about.
This came together great. So why don't you announce
first update that we've had since our last podcast. So that being said, coming up once again, a regular on the podcast, Stephen Brody Stevens from HBO Go, soon to be Comedy Central half-hour special. You got it. Positive energy, positive push. Next coming to the stage is a guy that I love, and I think he's behind me, maybe not. He's just been on a zillion movies. Personally, I do believe that he hates me. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Lee. Come on, y'all.
Check.
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Next, another good friend of mine. He works on the road to Pauly Shore. He's very close to suicide. Danto, everybody. And finally coming to the stage, this guy's been around the Comedy Store for quite a while. He's an awesome comic. If you ever get a chance to see him on the road or anywhere else, I really love this guy, and you will too. Jimmy Shubert. He's with us. Jimmy, Bobby, Sandy, Brody.
Wow, what a lineup.
Ran on mic stands.
Yeah. We figured you were so used to holding a mic since you've done it.
Can I say something real quick, man?
It's a podcast. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, really? I can talk? That's what podcasts how you talk?
You're already doing it.
Okay, so I want to say something about Jimmy Shubert, man. About 17 years ago when I first moved to LA, I was so hungry, man. And I remember comedian guys used to sleep here in the belly room on Thursday nights.
Really?
Wait for the paycheck. That's how hungry I was, bro. And I don't know why I'm talking Hawaiian.
What accent?
Because I want to do Hawaiian.
No,
I want to do a Hawaiian thing right now.
Okay.
You're becoming Matt Tails, girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, topical.
He like thought he was Jamaican.
But what I want to say, hey, can I say this though? This motherfucker came here one time on a Friday. I was so hungry. And he goes, "Hey man, I know you're hungry. And I got a little cash. I'm gonna take you to lunch." This guy fed me, man. Jimmy Shubert. That's one of the guys. A lot of these rat bastards back then, but fuck that.
Yeah, but I've been that guy too. I mean, I was the guy, like, hey, it's like you're trying to work the door and make $25,
Right.
Yeah. Get out of here and try to pursue your art.
Hey, that's the guy that beat me up a bunch of times. He also shit on my car.
We fight for freedom.
Yeah.
I'm not bragging. I mean, I bought comedians lunch. I feel maybe Tony at one time, to my good friend Tony, when he was a younger comedian.
Tony, has Brody ever bought you a lunch?
Yeah, he has. I was broke for a long time.
Yeah, take care.
Confirmation.
And I'm not trying to knock down what Jimmy did for you, Bobby.
You kind of did, but...
No, I'm not. I'm saying,
but he's right, though. It was a nice gesture.
He tried to one-up you, bro.
No, I'm not trying to one-up you. I'm just saying I understand what you were going through.
He was in movies, too. He was in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, bro. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, he was also in the...
But do you remember what he did in it?
No, what did he do?
He played, remember they were in a carnival in the beginning of the movie?
The ancient Parker,
Yeah. I was so proud of you.
Don't blink, bro. I'm a method.
And then you were in Go. Remember Go?
Methadone actor.
Methadone actor.
You were good in Go.
Thanks, man.
And then you're also in that movie with Robin Williams where you play a soccer coach or something.
Wow.
Right?
You guys did your research. I can't believe anybody sees this shit.
I have it on Blu-ray, bro.
Was he in The Heights?
Yeah.
If that guy bought me lunch, least I could do is buy his DVD.
Yeah.
You were in The Heist with Ben Stiller?
No. The series. There was a series called The Heist where... Wow, this guy did his research.
You're from Philadelphia, aren't you, Jimmy?
Originally, yes. I am from Philadelphia. You guys are asking a lot of questions. You got a subpoena? What's this? I feel like we're on the...
No, I love you. That's why, man.
Brody, has anybody bought you lunch when you were a struggling up-and-coming comic? Before HBO Go, before Hangover 1, before Hangover 2, before you were cut out of Hangover 3.
I wasn't cut out of Hangover, I'm just not in it.
Funny people
I got cut out of Hangover. I got cut out of Funny People. I'm just not in.
Out of Hangover 3.
I'm not in Hangover 3. And I won't go to the premiere.
And neither is Brian Callen.
Yeah, it's
but
very
he turned
upsetting.
it down.
He turned it down.
I got cut out of movies, but I got cut out of Paul. Remember the movie Paul?
Yes, I do.
The alien with the
really?
John Favreau?
No, he's not in it, bro.
The alien on the road trip?
Simon Pegg's one?
Sorry.
What are you talking about? And they cut me out of that fucking thing. I was so
What was your part?
What?
What was your part that they cut
I played
out?
a valet, bro. No, but I had a funny line. I see something to a Klingon and stuff. I go, hey, Klingon, you gotta tip me, whatever. And then all those English blokes, hooligans, they said, you did a great job, pal. I go, thank you. And they cut me out of the motherfucking movie, man. Yeah, aloha.
Same thing happened to me.
Mahalo.
I got cut out of Funny People. I worked all, long day on that. And I brought up Russell Brand. He got cut out. Russell got cut out.
What was your part that got cut out?
The MC of the
You were the
show.
host of the comedy show that they did on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the MC, and it was just unfortunate and very upsetting.
And then, can I tell you another thing, man?
What the fuck is going on?
I'll tell you another thing, man. I auditioned for Harold and Kumar, right? At 15 auditioned to play Harold, right? And then I didn't get it. they gave me that little part in the first Harold Kumar, and now the real Harold Kumar is now Sulu. I could have been Sulu.
Wow.
I could be fighting on a sword.
There's a great book out called If the Other Guy's Not Jack Nicholson, Then I Got the Part, which is an actual title of a book. But it's something Burt Reynolds said to his business manager at the Polo Lounge when they were talking about the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest. He said, if the other guy's not Jack Nicholson, then I got the part. And that book is filled with all these casting mix-ups.
Oh, I want to read it. What is it?
Yeah. That's the title of it. That's the title of it.
The
title of it is, if the other guy's not Jack Nicholson, then I got the part.
What's it called, though?
I think it's called Why Not Me.
What's it called, though? 9 Jack Nicholsons?
Where do you get?
Google it. I'm just saying.
Tiana, the question.
Where do you get it? Costco? They have
This is
good
why
books there.
Bobby Lee is not Sulu, because he cannot remember his line. The first thing that people say
Hey,
is
fuck
like,
you, lady. Now let me say something. Hi, Sarah. I love you. Mahalo. You know what I mean? But what are you saying? That I can't memorize lines?
You just have time.
No, that's not true, though. Anyway, let's move on.
No one's ever ready to get out.
Oh, and that last TV show that you were on,
Animal Practice.
Animal Practice.
I think you mean, that's not called Animal Practice.
Animal Practice. Animal Practice. I heard that there was a line that you couldn't do.
Yeah, I did. And you know what? And it's fucked up that you wouldn't even bring that up in the podcast. Let me say something. They gave me monologue for that, and I nailed it almost every time, bro.
Yeah.
All right?
Could you know the line right now?
No, but the line that I couldn't say is, this is the line. I'm one humpback whale away from a bucket list bingo. I couldn't say that line.
Did you guys shoot enough episodes and go into reruns?
No, we only did 9, and you know that. I already told you that.
Dude, I was cut out of the movie Lincoln.
Polly?
Yeah, bro. I was gonna play Aaron Burr.
In the movie Lincoln, and they cut you out, Paul?
Yeah,
Sarah,
dude.
took a photo? Sarah,
Aaron Burr.
Sorry.
Who's Aaron Burr?
Ironsides.
Dude, it's like history, da 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 da. The Constitution, da 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 da. It's a whole thing. You gotta look at your books.
Shuby, when you started hanging out here, how old was Pauly Shore?
God.
He was a kid, right?
Yeah, they used to babysit. Some of the guys used to babysit him. I think he had, he'd feed the comics, but then, Jackson Purdue and some of those guys would babysit him. And he grew up around here, I guess, probably 12, 13, 14.
Wow.
Did you ever hook up with Mitzi?
Well, we've been over this.
No, because I heard rumors.
This has been discussed.
It has been discussed.
So the answer is yes.
Dude, how do you think anyone ever got spots back in the day? I had to hook up with Mitzi.
Yeah, it's weird because that's your mom, Pauly, so...
I know, bro.
But Jimmy, she was hot then, though, right?
Yeah, bro. She was it was 25 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
You really did?
Yeah. You didn't read my bio? No, you didn't read my resume?
All right, you guys didn't do research.
That's pretty
Who do you think is the last comic to do that, to get spots?
No, can I tell you?
Your seat.
No, really?
Really? It didn't really work too well for him.
No, but before Tommy booked the club, though, right? I on a Saturday night, I saw the lineup. I had to follow a guy named Emmanuel. There's no last name. Just Emmanuel.
I've seen her work on
I've seen
her work on the Cinemax.
And apparently, Emmanuel was he did the lawns and stuff at Mitzi's house, and he mentioned that he wanted to do stand up. And apparently, he had hooked up with her, and she put him on the lineup, and no one could understand a word he was saying. You know what I mean?
He was 2 weeks Mexican.
I think he was Hispanic. Yeah.
Okay.
You mean Guillermo from the Kimmel show?
No.
You mean Webster?
What is it, Emmanuel
Thanks for
Lewis?
not
It was
laughing.
Emmanuel Lewis podcast.
Brody, what is this? You have some weird rubber. Is this a retainer?
This is just, I'm just trying to be more athletic and teaching my muscles to be more active, and it's just a squeeze thing for your forearms, that's all.
That's really
It's
cool.
made by Nike. You can find it at Sports Chalet or any local sporting goods store, but I'm trying to work out again. I'm doing kettlebells and stretching, and I feel better mentally, and the endorphins have taken me to another level.
But what about your diet? Are you still 3 cups of Starbucks every day?
Yeah, I'm still 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day. Yes, I do eat bran. Yes, I do have cereal, and I'm taking supplements. My diet can be better, and and that is the next shift in my life, is to focus more on my diet.
How many times a day are you pooping?
On average?
Redban, great question.
Usually once a day.
Only once a day.
Sometimes twice, sometimes zero.
That's not a healthy diet.
You're all over the map.
I'm admitting that my diet is not what it should be, but I'm
You got
also.
a question from Jordan.
What's the bathroom situation like at your new Starbucks compared to the old one? I know you said that there was never any.
Well, first of all, I don't go to a new Starbucks. I go to an old coffee bean. You just ruined that. The toilet at the coffee bean where I'm at now compared to the coffee bean that I went to previously is cleaner, and I've used both, but I'm definitely more comfortable using the bathroom at my current coffee bean. Thank you.
Can you take a shit in public, Brody?
In public?
I mean, like at a restaurant.
Can I tell you something about Brody that I know for a fact? He carries baby wipes around with him.
That's good.
And so do I, and it kind of makes it.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Yeah, I do too.
I have it in my car right now.
And it kind of makes. I have it in my pocket right now.
No, but I have it in my car.
Schubert, if you don't have baby wipes on you, you have to leave the podcast. I'm sorry.
I don't have baby wipes on me. And it makes it so I eat enough bread. I take a nice solid dump in the morning. I don't even use paper.
But Jimmy, there's still residue. There's still residue.
No, I wipe. There's nothing.
No, you can't keep moisture
Don't get me wrong. I still follow up with a baby wipe, but I don't travel with them. I don't have a travel pack in my back pocket.
I travel.
You know what I do though? This is what I do, man. This is what I do: a dry wipe first, right? Then I take the paper wipe and I wrap it on my finger and I go inside the hole. No, because the tube is dirty inside.
Yeah,
I do the same thing.
I do it too.
So you have a self cleanser in your body? No.
Yeah, you gotta clean the
You got to do a tube twist.
Baby wipes have a bad stigma, but really, if you think that they're gross, you're gross.
That's right.
You're not hygienic if you're not using them.
We stick up for baby wipes from Pampers to Huggies.
And I also clean the tank part too, you know?
Oh, you go that deep?
I go deep, dude, like a coal miner. I go deep. Yeah, I get Ruby down there and everything. You know, thank you, sir, for laughing. But where are you going, Thibault?
Tony has a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, keep talking about how you wash your taint and fingers.
I don't go dry. I go straight baby wipe.
No, you got to dry.
No, I do a dry wipe first.
I don't even do. I'll have one roll of toilet paper for like 6 months.
Yeah, me too.
I ignore dry. Go ahead, Tony.
I have a two-part question. Bobby, how far do you stick your finger in your butthole when you're doing that internal wipe thing? And second question, Brody wants to know if he can do it for you.
Wait, Tony.
No, I didn't.
Tony, that's not even
Positive push.
You know, Tony, it was funny a week or two ago when I got attacked on internet cable casts. Let's keep it positive.
Internet cable cast.
I'd go second knuckle deep. Yes! Wrapped.
Super clean.
Wrapped with Huggies fresh scent.
I feel like if you take a shit at the Comedy Store, you have a cocaine problem. I feel like that's the most disgusting place to defecate.
No, there's some good secret toilets here.
Where?
Upstairs above the main room.
Yeah,
but you got to make sure you don't shake anyone's hand because there's no soap in the sink. You got to come downstairs.
Yeah, there's a nice place to back here.
Outside the belly room?
No, right at
Yeah. That one. The women's room here when there's no one
else. It's like shit
there.
on an airplane because it's so fucking small. You have to be a contortionist to, you know.
Yeah.
I go into the women's room.
Yeah, same here.
That's what I do.
Well, you come here during the day. It's right after they cleaned them.
Yeah. Or if you're Ari, you do it on my car.
Fucking guys.
Can you tell that story?
Speaking of baby, we'll go.
I pee on Ari's car, which is like not cool. I get it. That's not cool. And I was feeling whimsical that night.
It was like 8 years ago, right?
No, even a little further, man. You know what I mean? I peed, on his hood or whatever, right? And then what he does is he puts poop in a garbage, not a garbage bag, like a
plastic
bag,
like a dog poop bag.
Yeah, like a dog poop bag. You know what I mean? I don't know the clinical term for it.
Plastic grocery bag.
Exact bingo, dude.
Yep.
And so what he does, he takes a spatula and he put a little bit underneath my handle, right? So when I know that's how when that noise I make.
I see peeing on your gear. That's like I see peeing on your grill, and I raise you.
Yeah. So then I did that. I was so angry, right? But I go, you know what? I'm just gonna get home. I get in the car, right? And there's a little bit on my window, right? This is my front window, right? But what I don't know is that he put all of it on the windshield wiper. So it was a deception situation, right? So I go, oh, there's a little drab. I'm going to put the, you know what I mean? I did it, and then shit went up. You know what I mean? All black. It was black. It was black and brown, right? Now I'm furious. Right? So I go to a 7-Eleven, right? I make it to a 7-Eleven. There's a homeless man there, right? I go, hey, homeless man. Hey, homeless man. Can you clean my car? There's shit all over it. He goes, no, dog. That's what he says. I gave him $100, and he did it. I bought a bunch of Windex and paper towels, and he did it. It took him an hour, bro. $100, dude.
Why didn't you use any of the baby wipes that you have in your car?
Because that system didn't happen until later. I know that later.
Why didn't you go to one of those 24-hour
baby wipe system?
I didn't know where to go, bro. They didn't have that back then.
They're everywhere.
They didn't have it back then, bro.
They've been around for years.
Well, I don't know, Brody.
Brody, he wanted to give a homeless guy a chance. He wanted to pay it forward from when Jenny bought him lunch.
That's right. That's exactly right, bro.
Right, so he did
and
that.
And that guy later started doing open mic at the Belly Room.
And that guy today is Chris D'Elia.
But the thing is this, right? I was going to get him back, right? But what's the next level? Come. Right? And then, but after that is death, so I stopped.
I would have gone with period blood, but that's just...
What about vomit?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. You have a question.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Now is this part of the story true? Did you know it was Ari because he had shit the meal that you had bought him the day before from Jerry's Deli?
I don't know how his body works. He could have been the breakfast.
It sure did look like the pastrami sandwich he had at Greenblatt's.
But yeah, but I did buy him a meal that night, so it could quite possibly be. And you know what? Now that you bring that up, it makes me more angry. It makes me way more angry.
Because you bought him dinner that night?
Yeah, the night before, I guess. It was the night before, right? And then he shit it onto my car. Which means, I guess I didn't pay for a meal because he gave it back. I guess. So logically, no.
So you never had any kind of you didn't.
What's the return policy?
What? You didn't do any kind of revenge.
Well, the revenge. No, he beat me up. He beat me up 2 years later, 3 weeks in a row.
Okay, so the revenge was he just.
And it was kind of your fault. You and Rogan's fault.
It was not my fault.
A little bit, man. But let's move on. Let's talk about that later.
Oh.
Do you think you went too far with the fecal matter?
Listen, dude, I'm fine. All right.
I think that's too far.
Dude, what's up with Jewish comics treating you poorly, bro?
What a cunt.
Don't do that again.
Bobby, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. So the Ari stuff, you got into a fight. I thought it was only just one fight. This was like 3 consecutive
3 weeks in a row, he beat me up.
Can I ask about that?
Oh yeah, sure you can.
I mean, so how do these fights come about?
Oh man.
I mean,
it had to do with the Joe Rogan Mencia a little bit, but also it had to do with me owing him $4,000.
Oh wow!
I owed him $4,000. I completely forgot about.
How do you forget about owing somebody $4,000?
I don't know. He was booking a lot of commercials at the time. I thought he was cool, man, but he had a resentment. but it mainly had to do with Natasha and a guy named Ron Peterson.
Right.
That was the main thing. What happened was, just to make a long story short, right? He was living with Natasha Leggero. You guys know who Natasha is, right? They were living together, which is, actually, if you think about it, it's sick. Like, you know how small she is, right?
Who was
you know how
living
big he
with
is, right?
Natasha?
So she was basically a pocket pussy.
Yeah, he slid her.
Yeah.
Ari was living with Natasha.
Yeah.
Very dating at the time.
So then, okay, so in this belly room, Natasha was performing. My friend Ron Peterson, who was on Nat TV at the time,
With
right?
you.
With me, saw her, and he goes, "Dude, I like that girl." I go, "She's seeing my friend Ari, right?" I go downstairs to the OR to do a show. He stays up here. When she gets off the stage, he meets her, gets her digits, right? Then, without even me knowing, he takes her to dates, opera, flowers, all that shit, right? The next thing I know, she leaves Ari for this fucking Canadian, right? Now Ari thinks that I set them up. Why would I do that?
You
right?
wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Right?
somebody
No,
explain
but he
Ari?
thinks I do. Now, this is what the
Do it because you learned from the best.
Ari left. So this is what happened. This is what happened. On a Thursday night, right, Ari calls me because I know you set them up. I didn't set them up. Then he says this. Well, this is how you're going to prove to me you didn't set them up. You're going to break into Ron Peterson's office at Mad TV, right, which is fucking locked, break into his email, and forward me all his emails to Natasha. Is that a Chinese gong, bro? Oh, don't do that. I'm sorry.
Do you have a Hawaiian gong? Do you have a Hawaiian gong?
Keep going. This is good.
Yeah, so then I say no. I go, I'm not going to do that. I can't get into his office. Then he goes, then that proves that you had something to do with it. Like a fucking madman. So the next night, Steve Renazizi's doing the cover booth, right?
Working from the. He's
a
not
working. He's not on the league yet. Or whatever. He's not a TV star. You know what I mean? So
my show didn't get canceled.
Keep it positive, Jayson. Keep it positive. Bobby's doing a great job.
I wasn't even
It's
referring to
not easy to tell stories like this.
That was good though, man. I like it.
Sometimes come around.
Okay, so anyways, this is what happens. I'm checking in, because I'm performing, and the next thing I know, I'm on the ground because he had hit me from behind.
Ooh, cheap
So
shot.
I'm on the ground. Yeah, like that. Like Kung Fu style. Okay, dude. But I get it. That was good. I'm leaving, bro.
That was Ari.
He's having flashbacks.
So then this is what he starts kicking my face in. 15 times.
While you're on the ground, he's kicking you.
Yeah. I'm bleeding.
Did it hurt?
Yeah! Yeah.
Does this story have a happy ending? Did you guys?
No, there's no happy ending.
So he attacked you. He Pearl Harbored you. I mean, excuse me. He,
sneak attack. It was a sneak attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Just like that. So anyway, what happens is then a week later, I see him in the hallway. And he goes, "You owe me $4,000." So the next night, I got it for him, and then he strangled me in the hallway. After
are you serious?
Yeah.
Like real rape?
Yeah. Where my neck was bleeding. Okay.
Like
go ahead. I'm not done. So this is the worst one. Here's where it gets bad. So that week, he auditioned for Mind of Mencia, and he actually got it. Now, when he auditioned for Mind of Mencia, Ned was on the road, okay? So Ned didn't know that he had auditioned. The producers already had approved Ari to be on the show, okay? So what happens is Ned flies back into town, without even me knowing, looks at his call sheet or whatever, sees that Ari's on the thing. He calls Ari personally, and he says, "Listen, hey, dude, you can't do the show because you beat up Bobby 2 times in a row, right?" So now I owe Ari a job because he thinks that I fucked him out of a job. So here in the parking lot, right, he comes up to me, punches me in the face again, right? I fall to the ground. Now I'm crying, right? Because now I don't even want to come here. I want to perform.
Did you have a chance to defend yourself, or you just wanted to?
No, I don't. Look at me. I don't know. Dude, if you do that again, really seriously, I'm not gonna do anything, but don't. Okay. I know. So check it out. So then I go to the office. I'm crying, right? I call the police, right? Steve Renazizi disconnects the phone. He goes, it's on a Friday, and he goes, dude.
Here they come right now.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that was a sound effect, you son of a bitch.
We're talking about Steve Renazizi from the successful show called The
If you call the police, then Ari will spend the whole weekend in prison, right? So you can't do it, right? So then I left, right? And so this Tommy just kind of scheduled the lineups, and for years Ari would not even look at me or talk to me. You know what I mean?
I remember for the first time that you guys got into the altercation, he literally said to you, "Every time I see you, this is gonna happen."
Yeah. Which is like not a good feeling. You know what I mean? You can't sleep well. It's not good, right?
What was that movie with the newspaper boy that wouldn't leave John Cusack alone? He kept her off dead.
Yeah, Better Off Dead. Yeah.
$2.
With my $2.
So you just show up with his bike and chase you down.
$4,000.
Yeah, a miracle happened. Can I tell you about the miracle of life, guys? 2 years ago, out of the blue, Ari calls me and goes, "Listen, I'm older now. I'm not angry about anything. I want to be friends. Let's get together. And we got together, and we've been very good friends ever since.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice.
And I have no resentment toward him. I love him. I love the
That's a happy
guy.
ending there. That's awesome.
There's actually when Skeptic Tank, Ari Shabir's podcast was on Deathsquad, we had Bobby on, and I've been friends with Ari, close friends with Ari for a long time, but Bobby has always been weird with me. But
the reason though was because of the Vietnamese video.
Well, all right.
The Vietnamese video fucked up my career.
Right.
No, I can't even get into that. It's not about me. This is about other people, but that's another story. But that nearly derailed my career. Dude.
Well, see, here's the thing. I made a video one night. Bobby was doing this awesome rant on Asians.
No. I said that I my which you shouldn't have put that on.
Did you?
Yes!
Dude,
You did that? But I'm holding a video camera
I've never
like
done that.
this. Like, let's put this on the internet. And
Wait, this is going out now again?
Yes.
Don't say that.
All right.
Cut that part out. I didn't.
Dude.
I forgot. See, that's why I'm not further along in my career.
Dude, it's okay. I hooked up.
Yeah. Good, Paulie?
Yeah, bro, on the setup in the army.
After that podcast, Bobby, I actually, for the first time, was like, oh my God, this poor guy. I need to protect Bobby. I just wanted to like protect you from Ari.
Yeah.
Like I thought really different on Ari after that.
Yeah.
That's fucked up shit. Now, did you have any close friends that were on your side that tried to talk to Ari? Or?
And then the whole like Mencia thing happened, where I was in the video with you guys put me in, and then I had to go to him and his fucking cousins and apologize. And it was just
and you made that crazy fake video.
Yeah, then they forced me to make a rebuttal video like he doesn't steal. Remember that?
Yeah,
right, which was even a bigger backfire. Like you piece of shit. It was like one of the worst. Yeah, it was one of the worst times of my life, man. Yeah. And also at the time, I was trying to get sober.
I wish you would have just contacted.
You know what I mean? I had like 2 or 3 years of sobriety. I was thinking about relapsing. It was like a really fucked up time in my life, man.
I wish you would have just contacted me because I had no idea.
But I did. I thought you were in on it. I thought everyone was against me. I was getting beat up. I was like on the
Sorry, Hinchcliffe.
Brody texted me a question to ask on his behalf.
Okay, go ahead.
He wants to know if you guys can do a reenactment, and Brody plays.
Alright, Tony, you know what? Stop laughing for now. Bobby, you have all the right in the world. Way to go, Tony.
I'll tell you why, though. I'll tell you why.
Bobby
I'll
has
tell you why I have to
leave.
leave.
You just ran off
I'm going to tell
Bobby.
you why I have to leave. I'm going to tell you why I have to leave.
I don't like it already.
Well, I'm going to just say this. Okay? I would just say this, okay? That I should have said the because I'll tell you why. When I said that shit...
Bobby, can you stand up while you talk?
I am. Oh, you will? No, but it's going live to the podcast.
Nothing's live. Nothing's live.
All right, back in.
And he's back.
I'm back in.
Bobby, can I ask you a question?
Okay, Brody, but it has nothing to do with sucking or with fingers in my butthole.
What? See what you paused, Tony?
Is your question what percent is gay here?
No, I want to know what drugs he did. What was he doing? Like, what is he?
At the end, I was doing 30 Vicodins a day, drinking 24 hours a day.
You did like 30 Vicodins a day?
Yeah, I did, man.
Lucky you're alive.
Wow.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you.
How'd that
How
feel?
is that even possible?
How'd you function?
Dude, man, I'm fat. You know what I mean? Like people think I'm small, but I'm kind of fat. You know what I mean?
But see,
And also, I've been before I was 17. I was in 3 rehabs, so my body's just
Quit
used
bragging.
So anyway, yeah.
If you were taking that much Vicodin, was it completely impossible to take a poop?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if you guys don't know, Vicodin stops you up.
And Percocet as well.
Yeah,
I've
any
heard.
pain.
I've heard Percocet as well works for stopping yourself up as well.
Bobby, did the Vicodin make you drive better? What do you say? That's not right.
Do the gong.
Edit the gong in later.
There we go. The gong.
Positive energy.
Can I just say something about that stereotype, you assholes that were laughing? Okay? The Asians that are born here can drive. Okay? The ones that from over there can't drive, I'll tell you why. Have you been to Bangkok? Have you been to China?
Yeah, I've been to Bangkok.
They don't give a fuck about their cars. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you white people here in America, you get a ding, there's insurance. In there, they don't do that shit. You get a ding, you move on.
Brody's just upset because when he was in Bangkok, he got rear-ended.
Oh, that is totally that is far from the truth. Far from the truth.
Only 10%. Only 10% rear-ended.
I didn't get rear-ended. I want to go on record. I was not rear-ended. All right? Let's get that clear.
Shubert, all the years you've been here, because you grew up at the Comedy Store, what's the best fight you've ever seen? Because this place is notorious for fights. It's contentious. There's a lot of animosity here.
I remember Gallagher hurling glasses on stage while Bobcat Goldthwait was on stage. He was hurling glasses as he was walking across.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did this guy's not like?
Oh, why?
I don't know.
I heard that Gallagher thought that Bobcat was stealing his shit.
Whatever.
Watermelon.
Bobcat had that classic bit where he would smash a cantaloupe.
To confuse it, he just stole a couple watermelons out of his pack, so he confused him.
He hangs out. He's not a nice guy, right, Gallagher?
He's an asshole.
I would say hi, and he just looks at me.
Yeah, he hangs out here, but he's one of the most awesome things I've heard here. Gallagher was here. This is a while ago.
To you, because he wants to,
he wants to eat your bang hole, but while no offense,
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean. But one time I was talking to Gallagher, and everybody went out back and smoked pot. And he came out front, and he was stoned. This is 5-6 years ago, and he's stoned. And out at the front bar, the Rolling Stones were playing, and I could see he's stoned. He's kind of like digging the song, and I go, of all the concerts you've ever seen in your life, if you could go back and relive one concert, what would it be? And he thinks for a second. He goes, 1969, Led Zeppelin in Atlanta. I go, fuck, man, that's an incredible concert. And I go, who opened up for him? And he goes, shitload of acid, buddy.
People, everybody. Yes.
Wow.
So Gallagher was throwing glasses at Bobcat?
Yeah, on the stage in the main room. Yeah. It was late at night. There was a whole little.
He was just warming up.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. He watched it from the back of the room, and then he said something. I think maybe Bobcat said something to incite it, and then he said something from the back of the room, and as he walked across, he threw a couple that landed. And thank God it was late. I think they hit the stage, and one broke and one didn't, but there was not a whole lot of audience.
Were you here with Jim Carrey a lot? Was he around?
Yeah, I saw him do. But he was doing the main room and getting standing ovations. Yeah,
all the time.
I mean, all the time. He did this whole thing that was just designed. I mean, to get standing ovation. He did this. Did you ever see? I ever saw his stuff.
All the impressions.
I've seen it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a website called YouTube. I've checked it out.
Yes, I think that's going to stick around too for a while.
I think so too. So you saw Jim Carrey, he would just crush every night.
Yeah, and then he went away, went to the acting class, and came back and started doing like more avant-garde shit where he would just lay in the fucking piano for a half hour or 40 minutes till the end of the show.
Yeah.
So
there's that famous story where he would get in the piano
Yeah.
at the end of his set, and then 2 or 3 comics would go up, and he would forget, and then at the end of the night, he would get up out of the fucking piano.
Commitment. He stayed there for the rest of the fucking show.
Was he well liked by the other comedians?
Yeah, he was great. I mean, he was always very cool. Jim was always very cool. And funny as hell. Really talented, amazingly talented. So.
And in your heyday here, Kinnison was the big dog in the yard.
Kinnison, there was Dice, there was Arsenio Hall.
Did you ever have sex with Ellen?
Who?
Ellen?
Where are you saying? That's Redban. He's outside.
I think Ellen hung out here. I think Ellen didn't hang out here, right?
No.
Tiana, did you ever have sex with Ellen?
No, but I wanted to ask you, were you here for the fight between Kinnison and Argus over Mitzi?
No, I was not here for that.
What about
that was a long time ago. That was like, the joke was going, he knocked her off, Argus off her back.
But he was also the parking lot guy.
Yeah, and he was and then she started giving him spots at Westwood, and that was the joke, was that Mitzi's line is only worth $25 a set.
Who said that?
That was what it was. He started working. He went from doorman to doing regular spots down at Westwood.
Right,
Later ran.
Jimmy, Stephen Brody Stevens here. Was it like the Comedy Store now? I know you're on the road quite a bit, but like the Comedy Store now, where you see like comedians hanging out in the parking lot or the main room or hanging on the staircase. Or was it like that back then in the 80s?
It was amazing. I mean, you were doing 3 shows in the main room. You had 2 shows in the original room. You had a show up here. I mean, the place was packed, and everybody was doing it. It was like it was like a comedy college. I mean, you watched guys like Arsenio was working every night, and Dice and Sam and Tom Wilson from
Back to the
Back to the Future. I mean, all those guys were working out.
So you like vividly remember seeing these guys walk in the hallways?
Oh yeah, I got a job working the door. I worked the door here for a couple of years, and sat in the back and watched the guys,
But also in the 80s, if you played the Westwood, this club, La Jolla, and the Vegas club, you could make $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
On just those clubs. So if you were a regular here at the Comedy Store, you could make a real living. Now we make...
Now you make
$250. You literally could make hundreds of dollars a decade.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Give her the mic, please.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I heard that the reason that women weren't allowed to work the door was because of the Kinnison-Argus incident. Like after Kinnison kind of beat the shit out of Argus.
Argus
when
Hamilton?
Argus was running
Yeah,
around
on
the
the Tonight
parking
Show?
lot, then Mitzi was like, now only men can work the door.
I don't know about that. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anything
Were
about
you
that.
here when shots were fired?
I've heard Jealous has been fired allegedly.
That was after every urban show.
Yeah, I was here like 10 years ago, and I was on a Tuesday night. Some guy pulled out a gun on Fat Tuesday out in the fucking patio. Tap, tap, tap. I remember just being dragged down to the ground. I mean, it was,
that was Mark
crazy back
Lawrence.
then. But as soon as I think Tommy, people rip on Tommy a lot, but I think
Yes, we
Tommy.
do.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this: during the '90s, it was bleak here.
Really?
Because when I was working the door here, the lineups were bleak. You know what I mean? It wasn't guys like Jimmy. They had like people that you've never heard of. You know what I mean? Just
Lemaire?
Yeah, I don't want to name names, but the thing is that
Lemaire.
and it was really depth here. But it's like when you came along, and when guys like you came along, and then Tommy came along, it really changed the place. You know what I mean? I think that the Comedy Store is 10 times better than it was when I got here in terms of talent, creativity, and also there's more of a bonding and camaraderie.
Yeah, this place always seems to be like the real comedy club in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it is.
You come in here and really work on your stuff, and kind of go. That's the original room is perfect for that. And, there's not a better room in the country on Saturday night.
And I remember when Sarah came, Tony. I remember a lot of guys came here as open micers, and they just got into the family, and you get raised here.
Yeah.
And this is how I started this club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I worked the door here, and you just kind of just. I was working the back door when the Tonight Show walked up to me and says, "Do you want to do the Tonight Show?" I had a Comedy Store T-shirt on. I go, "Really?" I go, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah." What?
What was your answer to that question?
I said no.
I
$25 shift.
I mentioned this to Bobby before, and he's well aware of it. Bobby got me my start here at the Comedy Store. He recommended me through a friend, Adam Grotman, to get me a spot. I remember it vividly. He got me a spot in front of Mitzi. I had one audition. I got passed. Bobby barely even knew me, but he got it on a recommendation. He got me in at this club. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you very much. I mean,
God bless you guys. God bless you.
Another happy ending.
All right, we got some breaking news here.
Breaking news! Yeah! Hush, believe, weather.
We want to get an update actually of the
do.
Sarah Tiana Brody Stevens kiss.
Whoa!
Please come up.
If you don't know, in 2 episodes ago, we had Brody and Sarah Tiana French kissed on stage. They actually started off with just a normal kiss, and then they did a French kiss. And then I swear, like, people are saying that, Sarah, you stayed here for a while afterwards, but I honestly could not find either of you guys after that kiss. What happened after that kiss?
I went
Have you
to
had
the spot
any?
downstairs.
We, we kind of went out in the parking lot and talked about it, and we knew what we did. We were well aware of the actions that we took and the ramifications that would be involved.
Now, have you thought about it during like a masturbation, or have you thought about it?
Let's keep it plain, Brian, please.
That means no.
Let's keep it.
Sarah, have you thought about it during a
No,
masturbation?
I actually haven't masturbated since then.
You haven't masturbated since then?
No, I had sex a couple of times.
Are you serious?
Was it with Brody?
I didn't know that made us exclusive. I just
Yeah, but that was just like a week ago.
Sarah, do you remember when you first started? I hit on you hard. I really liked you so much. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did. Yeah, remember we went to the 101. I just didn't any vibes
with
from you
you
at all.
and your brother.
And then you
brought
started
your
dating that
brother
Punjab. You know what I mean?
Bobby, isn't she pretty easy
First
though?
of all, when
No,
I
back
first
then, dude, you should have seen her back then. She was so hot. No, you're hot now. But what I'm saying is that what the fuck did I say?
She was so
Yeah, that's the word was, Bobby. The left-handed is compliment I've ever heard.
Fresh product, guys. Come on.
That's right. That's totally right.
I mean, I like milk, but you know, she's expired.
That's not
I think I kind of gross.
Ari was
I think I
right.
look a little. I think my face looks a little bit
You look
better.
great. I'm saying.
My body
I
looks
don't know,
not as good, but my face. But I remember Bobby used to take me around and make me do all these shows that he was on. Maybe that was your way of flirting, but I didn't really.
Yeah, that was the only way I would do it.
The first CD I made, I thanked Bobby Lee in my CD. You can see it.
Yeah, you did.
In the cover.
What, did Bobby ever have a chance? Did you ever think of Bobby in that way?
He never asked me.
Would you ever kiss Bobby Lee on stage?
No, I don't want to do. No, because we're too good of friends now.
Yeah, now we're friends.
Yeah, but don't you want to know what it would have been like?
No. We're too. It's like
You're like my brother.
You ever heard of Brody? Just kissed last couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but that was a lot of tension building up over
So
years.
there is something between you and Brody that might have a chance. Then is what I'm getting at.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Brody really kind of.
I like when Sarah scratches my back.
Question from Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, Brody texted me another question. He wants to know if Sarah wouldn't mind wearing one of these next time.
It's a fake mustache.
That would technically make her only 10%.
Tony, lady boys don't have mustaches. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Yeah, is that a clip-on?
No, I can put it on.
It's okay.
You want me to?
I don't think it's gonna.
It's gonna work.
It might work. You don't know.
No, so whatever that was a few weeks ago. Was that a couple weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. See, 2 weeks, Brody. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been it's gone by quick.
No texting.
No, but I saw
No
you.
sexting.
I saw you at the Burn with Jeff
Yes, you
Ross
saw me at
Comedy
work.
Central.
You saw me at the work where we both work.
You gave me a nice scratcher in the back tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
And looking forward to maybe taking it to another level.
Wait, like you mean a massage?
I mean, baby wipes.
Brody, I really didn't feel like when we kissed, I didn't really feel like you were into it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people on the internet were saying, that you look like you were in pain, as if somebody like was pinching you while you were kissing.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal.
Honesty.
I mean, I am 10% gay. That's.
I thought we worked out to 12.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's 12.
Brody, is that 10% of you that's gay, your penis and your asshole?
You know what, Tony? If I hear one more of those, I won't be looking at the bird. I will walk out. I will not be a part. Oh, now he's hugging Jayson. They're hugging each other because they attacked me.
He's on fire, though. He's on fire.
I would never attack you, Brody. I just didn't feel it.
No, well, you know what?
What?
You're a dear friend of mine, and I took it as though we were doing a sketch on Saturday Night Live or something like that.
Okay.
That's what it was. I am attracted to women. I've not kissed a man before. I'm not at that place in my life where I'm able to do that.
When's the last time you kissed a woman?
2 weeks ago.
Before that, it's been like a year. Remember, I was in a hospital, so.
Right.
What was his name?
So you didn't kiss any of the nurses or anything?
No, I kissed a girl in Denver.
And he liked it.
Like you know what? Yeah, I liked it, Jimmy. I liked it. I'm passionate.
But he didn't love it.
All right, I was with it about 2 years ago. Last time I was intimate, for real.
Yeah.
I've been going through a lot.
I know.
And I've been making it back. I take my meds. I exercise. I have structure.
See, I just watched Silver Linings Playbook, and I was like, gosh, that's so Brody.
You thought about me in there. Yeah, Bradley and I.
I felt like Bradley channeled you.
I heard Bradley did channel you. I actually heard that he said that he did you.
Did somebody say that?
Yeah, I heard it this weekend.
Did Bradley Cooper mention my name?
I heard that that's exactly what he said.
On what? On what?
I can't tell you who's on that, but I'll tell you off the record.
He did. I don't know. I don't think he channeled me, but I think he knew what happened to me. But I'm better. I got dosed. You know, I got Hollywood screwed me over.
Oh.
Yeah,
maybe it was the same people that are trying to fuck over Randy Quaid.
Yeah. Are you saying I'm paranoid? How dare you?
Brody, there's no destination, you know?
I'm just keeping it positive.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, just keep doing it, man.
Yeah, of course. Don't quit. Yeah, Med told me the same thing.
Well, anyway, I had a huge crush on Brody for a long time, and I feel like the kiss kind of just
Do you want to
seal the deal. No, it just made me realize that we're really good friends, and I don't want to.
Would you let Brody touch your boob?
Will you stop it? What is with this, Brian? I'm Hebrew, Buddhist, Christian.
Because I think there's something there.
There isn't. I get chicks.
You want
I
me to
bang
touch
chicks
my
in California. I bang chicks in Washington. I bang chicks in New York.
I bang dudes in Bangkok.
I know what stop that. I'm out of here on that one. Let's go, Bobby. That ain't cool at all.
Are you offering Bobby something?
No, I'm not.
But you didn't feel anything, is what you're saying. You didn't feel anything either.
It was fine. I mean, yeah, but I'm the pursuer.
Okay.
You know, I'm old-fashioned.
Yeah.
You know, I when I see a girl, I give it, you know, I go for her. I look for her eyes, her curves, and her base. Way to ruin the life. Jordan, take it easy. Let's take it out. Let's stop ripping on me because I explored a little bit.
Well, you have said that to me. You said that.
I took it to the limit.
You said that the reason that you weren't attracted to me was because I hit on you.
That's not the only reason. I'm just saying, like, let's keep it professional.
No, obviously it's not professional right now, Brody. We're on a podcast talking about the fact that we kissed 2 weeks ago.
Why don't you just give me a BJ and get over with?
Yeah,
I took it to that level. Meet me out back. I'm going to pull my pants down.
Before I do that, do I have to take my boobs down and put a mustache on?
Oh. What's with the mustache? I don't get the mustache reference at all.
If you gave mustache rides every once in a while, you might get that.
Go ahead, Tony. What are you going to say? Are you going to rip me?
When you
Go ahead. Tony, I've given you so many positive compliments on Twitter, and it's come down to this. Go ahead.
When you ask Sarah...
No, please. When I ask Sarah what?
It's not going to work now.
No, try it, please. I'm begging you.
When you asked Sarah to give you a BJ, was that the guy's name in Bangkok?
I gotta go.
Bye, Brody.
No, don't. No, you want me to go? People really want me to go. No. You want me to go? I'll leave. I will leave. I got a cab waiting for me right now.
We have a question from the audience.
Go ahead, Jordan.
There's a rumor that kiss was just a storyline for season 2 of Enjoy. Is that true?
It's possible. I hope there's a season 2. There may be some sexual involvement in season 2.
I've asked you if I could play your pretend wife in season.
Bobby Lee's taking off, guys.
My
Get it
show,
up for
my
Bobby
show
Lee.
is real. It's not a joke. My show is real. It's not a joke.
Joining the panel, Sarah Tiana, everybody.
Well,
Sarah,
now I'm getting closer to Brody, and I don't know if that's safe.
No, Sarah, can you scratch my back?
No!
Why are you being weird now? You scratched my back over a minute ago.
That's because I've already scratched your back. I have to keep doing it. You haven't even
A little
scratched
bit.
mine.
Well, you got a big sweater. You just got a massage from Jayson Thibault. I'm looking to get a back scratch. You just got a massage.
You guys need your 2 back scratches.
So now we're see?
So far, let's just let the record show he's asking for 2 back scratches and a blowjob.
I've only asked you,
Let's see how this relationship.
and I've only asked you for a 1 front scratch and a hand job from your mouth. So I'm not so much of an asshole.
Let's keep this clean. I'm auditioning for Nickelodeon
Before
stuff.
everybody's putting dibs in, I'd like a hand job with no eye contact.
Brody, hook him up.
I got Miles from Bangkok.
You know, I really think that Brody has some kind of crush now on Sarah from that kiss.
Brian, I don't. We're professional. If we had to do something on camera, I'm sure we can do it. But we like to separate.
Camera? You think I just kiss anybody?
Redban, who obviously won't kiss Bobby Lee.
No.
I just want to say my uncle's a gynecologist, and I think that these two would have really good-looking babies together.
What does it have to do with gynecology?
No, you and Brody.
Well,
Based on my experience with my uncle.
gynecologist, but the guy was this close to being a proctologist.
Literally that close. I have a special feeling
Post, can we cut the finger?
that Brody just texted Tony a question.
Go ahead, Tony.
It's not.
It was a draft I sent you. I'm sorry. It went through.
Yes, I love Sarah Tiana. She does stand up. She's into football. The only thing she's missing is a cock.
You guys are laughing at the same joke every time.
Same joke.
It's the same joke every time, and it's hurtful each time.
It's not hurt. I mean, I am kind of like a dude. I know more about sports than you sometimes.
Sometimes, but I'm pretty not. I mean, this crowd can ask me pretty much any question about current events or life, and I'll
You know
be
what?
close.
When I hear you talk, like when I was there was this little boy like trapped in a bunker in Alabama today.
He
Yeah.
saved him.
Yeah, but he has Asperger's and ADD, and the whole time I was thinking, like, oh my god, that guy's gonna shoot himself. And after that kid starts making lists and telling him all the streets he knows, like it just reminded me of Brody as a kid.
Satacoy, in there. You know it.
So you're comparing me to this kid in Alabama,
Yeah,
who's trapped downstairs.
in a bunker.
That I would annoy the captor guy
Yeah, you would annoy
enough
the
to where he would
kidnapper.
kill himself.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem very nice.
At 5, though. I was saying at 5.
Well, my therapist, when I was at 41, thought I had Asperger's.
Well, I just think
Adult onset Asperger's.
I have adult onset autism.
Well, only because of listing. You're always listing.
I have a learning disability, adult onset autism, and borderline Asperger's.
Well, I was talking to my therapist the other day. And he said, you guys don't fucking talk about me, do you?
Well, no, I was just, I love you. I love that part of you, though.
It's like you're going to a therapist and you're like, I'd like to see the manager, please. I don't believe in these things.
Like,
Bring in
That's why I
the
love those
super.
Speak with the supervisor, please.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think anybody would kill themselves because you're making lists. I ask you to make lists and you don't do them anymore.
I make lists all the time.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Okay, top 5 baseball.
I don't do the top 5 stuff. I write. I mean, I make lists. I do. I go to the coffee house.
What are you
I'm
getting at the
preparing.
grocery store next week?
I don't know. I'm preparing up for my half-hour set on Comedy Central.
What is the first 5 things on your set list?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
I don't know yet.
I'll tell you what I'm getting from the grocery store.
It ends in cock. You son of a bitch! I beat you to the punchline.
I'm gonna get my favorite fruit in the world, an Adam's apple.
You son of a bitches! You audience members were laughing and clapping at that. Oh, I just got attacked. I'm gonna make a citizen's arrest.
Oh, damn it, Hinchcliffe.
Tony, that is so unfair. You know, he likes bananas. He doesn't like apples.
Tony, how funny is fucking Tony Hinchcliffe, by the way?
Yeah, he's attacking a guy in mood stabilizers who spent 17 days in UCLA psych ward. It's a pretty easy target, you son of a bitch!
Tony, I think that you should take my seat.
That's fucking.
He's fine over there. You need to keep scratching my
I feel like
back.
I should I feel like I should be your seat.
I don't know.
I know. See, Brody, I've never even kissed Jayson.
That is
Kiss, all right, let's
really
kiss Jayson.
close.
They're not as young.
So kiss Jayson, come on.
No, but I'm saying that to make a point. Like,
You made it. You just made a point in my pants.
Did you ever kiss me, Sarah?
I told you no because that's like 2 lips away from some guy's penis from your porn star girlfriend.
Oh, no, I just do girl porn stars.
no, you don't, because I've met your recent.
All right, never
Damn it. 2 kisses away from a SpongeBob impersonator's lip. That's a
that.
You were 1 kiss away from Bangkok. Yeah.
That's true.
Somebody's got chapped herpes.
Well, I've always wanted to go to Thailand.
You went there.
You kind of did 2 weeks ago.
Man, my mic
When you kissed Brody.
Oh, that's what I say, yeah.
Try me.
2 check. What's too loud? That's too loud.
So when I was in Vegas, I drank more than I've ever drank before. I at one point got out of my bed.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, I did. It was about 1.5 bottles of Jack Daniels. And at one point, I got out of bed and I decided to piss all over my pillow and then go back to sleep. And I woke up like, why is my mouth all wet? But it was awful. All right, have any of you?
Oh, that's supposed to be good for acting.
I thought I was fucked up. I mean, my life coach uses a whistle. I've never done anything like that.
Did you get stung by a jellyfish on your face?
Did you have baby wipes?
On your face.
Have you guys? Have any of you guys ever been to that point of? Besides Steve, I already know that. But just being a crazy alcoholic. Because I've gotten to the point where I think I'm starting to become like a hardcore alcoholic.
I've had a few of those.
You have,
yeah,
Sandy. What? When was this?
There was one time in high school. There was one time in college, and then a few years ago, I got so drunk that I had to throw up so bad. I tried to jump out of a moving car to throw up, and then my roommates, Dan Madonia and Matt Edgar at the time, tried to carry me upstairs to our apartment, and I wouldn't let them. And they finally, after an hour of trying to get me upstairs, did, and I rolled back down the stairs and slept out on the pavement. And I was on probation at the time, and if the cops were called by any of my neighbors, I would have had to spend a 90-day mandatory jail sentence.
Wow. How'd you get out?
Tuesday night at my house, by the way.
Right.
How'd you get out of it? Do you drink today or?
No. I still drink on occasion, but I wasn't like the everyday kind of drinker. I was just a binge drinker.
Right. That's what
I got one time. I got into before a flight took off. I was doing a gig. I was in Florida. When I was coming back, I showed up after 2. It was about my flight was about 4 in the afternoon. I'd already had 2 bottles of wine and about 8 beers. And I got into the fight with the person next to me, which I'm blackout drunk. I don't even remember. But they made us switch seats with somebody. They threatened to kick me. The pilot came over and threatened to kick me off the flight.
Male or female pilot?
Male pilot. Come on, women can't drive planes.
His name was Sully Solenberger, and now you know the rest of the story.
But he's like, if you don't switch seats, I refuse to switch seats. If you don't switch seats, we're going to kick you off the flight and put you on a no-fly list. So I switched seats. I sat in between these 2 like soccer moms. They cut me off with booze, and I had somehow convinced these 2 soccer mom ladies that they're like Real Housewives of Orange County kind of women. I had convinced them that the guy next to me started this fight, was attacking me and all this kind of stuff, and I only had like 1 or 2 drinks, and now they cut me off. And then they started buying me drinks. So at one point in time, the stewardess comes walking by that refused to sell me drinks and saw me drinking like a Heineken, and I just winked at her like, "What's up, bitch?" And nobody cuts the teeth off, but Jesus Christ himself.
Nobody. I've been thrown out of better airplanes than this.
You know who cuts me off? The fucking Grim Reaper, bitch. Fly this plane.
The last sound I want to hear is clear.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, I was 14 when I went on like a bender my first time.
Dude, I like how we're telling horrible drunk stories, our worst stories, and you start off with, I was 14.
I got so fucked up. I don't even remember, like, I fucking blackout drunk. I think I actually shit. I was so fucked. I made it up to room, and I think I shit off the side of the bed. But we had a family dog at that time, and he got blamed for it because you know when you can't shit in a bed.
I ate it.
But that's when I realized I may have a drinking problem.
At 14.
You're 14, like, I gotta call it quits.
No, I didn't call it quits for many years and still haven't. But I'm just saying, that's when he hit my bottom. That's when he hit my bottom. I was 14 and I shit the bed. Come on. Most kids are stealing hubcaps, you know what I mean?
I've never shit the bed. That's one thing I haven't done.
You just pissed on a pillow and slept in it.
All of a sudden I'm the bad guy.
No. Has anyone else hit the bed? I've never.
Kind of.
No.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, not to cut you off. I don't know if I actually did it or the fucking dog did it, okay?
Right.
That's where I'm at with it. Okay, I'm leaning towards the dog right now. Too much.
No, not too much. And Coop is always podcast friendly.
Yeah, of course. And he read that. I like how you're like, look, man, I've never shit the bed. Right after you followed up with the story of, I just stood up, pissed on a pillow, laid back down, slapped my face in a bucket full of piss.
Right. At least the pee didn't smell and it wasn't colored, so I didn't feel bad. You know, and
It smell like whiskey?
No, and I always get 2 beds now because I always intend to
piss in one of them.
No, I tend to either fuck one bed up, you know, with either oils or piss or blood or something like that. So.
Oils?
What
oil? Straight about a little crime scene.
Right.
There's one bed I murder somebody in, and the other bed I just piss in and take it out.
Sandy, what was?
I was doing a road gig with this dude that was trying to get this tour off the ground called Frat Guys Comedy. So he brought me because I look like Belushi, and I got the flu like the first day we were there. So I was just like chugging NyQuil and taking Xanax and
purple stuff,
and just fucking trying to just ease the pain of feeling awful and having to stay at a frat house on top of it. And he went out and partied with these guys, and I was all fucked up. He came home and just passed out on the couch next to me. Not on the same couch, on the couch that was adjacent. And this one dude comes in, so drunk, he thinks he's in the bathroom, starts peeing on the other comic. And then he fucking stops, and I wasn't going to stop what was happening, because I was just, I could barely move my face. And then he just does like a tornado whirlwind move and passes out on top of him in his own piss.
Wow.
And then I shit my pants.
Wow.
Laying there.
Do you shit your pants once a year?
Triple threat.
Twice a year? How many times a year do you shit your pants?
Probably think about that question.
Like,
what's the over-under?
That's incredible.
0.8.
0.8. So maybe only once a year.
Yeah.
Brody, how many times a year?
Once a month.
Once a month.
And I fight it at least 2 to 3 other times.
Sarah,
we go once a month.
Sarah, how many times a year?
I've never actually done
You
that.
never shit your
No.
pants.
And you're still
I
in the
do
running.
not believe it.
I know.
I have a legitimate excuse. I have irritable bowel.
So close.
I would like to give you a legitimate.
Sarah, you can crap your pants. I have a dental dam.
Okay.
Jimmy, how many times a year do you shoot?
Well, now I'm in love.
Hopefully as little as possible, but it's happened.
Right.
I have a, as you get older.
Yeah, it's like coffee.
I mean, you get the.
What do you mean
get
it's
just
like
the coffee.
Yeah, when
Coffee
you
clouds. You're on a date.
Stop doing
You're dropping her off, and you couldn't use the bathroom, and you go, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
See, I've never done it where it's that. Mine's always been like, I feel like this is an awesome fart. Nope.
Yeah.
Have to turn the car around.
We changed the subject.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Sarah.
Oh, can I tell you about the time I got really drunk at a party?
Sure.
When I was 18 and got introduced to tequila for the first time, and just did way too many shots and made out with every single like all these ridiculous weird.
Can we get 11 shots of tequila, please?
My friend Jill, she took me to this party, so there was like 3 of us girls and like 4 guys or whatever. I made out with every single person. I remember mostly the girls, and then someone handed me a bong and I thought it was a drink, so I just like. And it went all over me, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't taste good." And then I just passed out. The next morning, I had to be at work, so I had to get up early and drive to the Nike outlet, and I smelled like.
That's the funniest part of the story, that you worked at the Nike outlet.
And I just stood in the corner all day, like I don't know where anything. Like I was so miserable. I was so hungover.
That reminds me of a time that I once thought I was putting a bong in my mouth, but it was Chinwa's penis.
You know what, Tony? Stop that. Just stop right now. I've helped you. I bought you Del Taco going to San Diego. And you're going to disrespect me? I've done Conan.
I take it back. I did once shit the bed, but it fell off some guy's penis first.
You know what? You've gone too far. You're like Ari and Bobby Lee. You put crap on my windshield.
Don't you think a little bit?
Let's keep it clean,
Tony
guys.
wavers between James Painter and Brody Stevens.
Yeah, I can
It's a
totally
very
see that.
fine line.
It's a very fine
It's a very fine line.
I can see that.
Go ahead, Tony. What else do you have to say? To a guy who's on medication. A guy who's on the frickin' edge.
I'm telling you,
Go ahead.
I'm telling you,
Go ahead. I'll get UCLA right now. 2 more digits, and the ambulance will pick me up.
I love UCLA. A lot of young Asian boys there. You got it.
Don Barris, everybody.
You guys, Brody just moved to Koreatown. Do you guys know that?
I don't live in Koreatown. I live in the San Fernando Valley. The original. 818 till I die. Represent. You got it. Shubert lives in the valley too. Well, you got it. Been there. Had a parrot at one point.
Ladies and gentlemen, Don Barris is the question. Don,
Thank you. It's not really a question.
Freshly back from Sundance.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, take it easy. I'm here with your girlfriend again. That's nice.
Yeah.
You know, when you're talking about the bong thing, by the way, I owe you some
no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Hand sanitizer.
She saved my life last week with hand sanitizer.
I did.
Rabbi Fuzzy during the Ding Dong podcast was started spinning my face.
It's a beautiful moment between us.
Anyway, I don't know why you didn't. I'm talking to Tony now, but I don't know why you didn't tell maybe one of the grossest stories ever when you were in La Jolla and the bird.
I remember this.
Well, yeah. Well, one time I was in La Jolla, and me and my buddies were hanging out on the patio outside at the condo there. Really nice condo.
Yep.
At the one point in which my buddy, we're hanging out there for a couple hours. At the one point in which my friend makes me laugh so hard that I do a wide mouth cackle, face up in the air.
A lot. That's your
A bird
traditional.
shits on my face, but since my mouth is open, it shit directly into my mouth. I didn't know what happened immediately. I had no idea. But I noticed as it all happened at once, my friends were already laughing because they saw it was bird shit. But I thought
So was the bird.
It's called a seagull, by the way.
Yeah, I thought maybe somebody dropped a drink off the condo above us, so I wasn't that afraid to close my mouth.
And swallow it?
And it was the taste of 1,000 dead fish. Mixed only with salt.
Not enough about my ex-girlfriend.
Try to get that thought out of your mind forever now.
That's a delicacy in Bangkok.
And then the worst part was after I spit it out and rinsed my mouth out, all I wanted was to take a fresh breath of the ocean air. But it turned out that as I breathed through my nose, a nice seagull mustache of shit.
So no clip-on, the real deal.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. My buddies were laughing for I think they're still laughing.
11 years is the answer. Yeah. Your buddies were laughing for a decade.
We're still laughing.
Do you guys have any
I remember
escort
you-
stories? Have any of you had any escorts, or have you ever got a hooker that you want to talk about?
I used to drive a Ford. My sister drove a Ford Escort.
I think we're going a different direction, Sarah, but...
Oh, is that... Okay.
Yeah, I think that's something totally different.
I once got a hand job from an escort who'd been working out with a shake weight.
Pretty much just ripped her dick off.
Made me look like an aardvark with a sinus infection. And
Do you guys know where the term honky comes from?
no.
That's because in Harlem, when all the prostitutes, when a white guy would come into Harlem and he wanted a black girl prostitute, he wouldn't come inside, he would just honk. So they're like, we got a honky outside, because he didn't want to be seen in the black neighborhood.
Is that true?
That's true. That's where honky
I thought it was when a white guy
You don't
tried to run
believe
over a
that,
group
you
of black
Googled
people.
it. It's true.
No, they don't honk when they're going to run over a group of black people. They just push on the gas.
Oh,
I do that when I'm seriously dating somebody. I just hunk. You ready? Let's go.
Wow, you sound like a cat. Good dreamboat. I'm a dreamboat. Are you married?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you want to make out with Tiana on the podcast?
Are you married?
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Honk.
Because
I was joking. I was,
you were?
Yeah, I was.
I totally imagine you doing that, Judy.
Yeah. Come on, bitch. Let's go. Come on. Gas money.
Gas money.
Yeah, that's me on a date. Are you kidding me?
I don't.
Women can't keep
Not
their
like
feet
you seem
off.
like you know.
And the restraining orders as well.
You don't seem like the most sensitive guy in the world.
I know, but that's just to keep the assholes away from me. I am a human being, you know. I'm not a troglodyte. You know. I do have feeling.
You're gonna have to prove that.
I do have feeling like one of them.
I was saying.
Jimmy's not a chocolate
I
guy.
had 6 fucking brothers. My dad was a Philadelphia police detective. You know, I got one feeling, and I dare you to fucking hurt it. All right.
Why I ask is because I've only.
Story. He asked because he has a story.
I love it. I'll bring it.
I actually.
I guarantee you the story
only-
involved him shitting somewhere.
The only time I ever ordered an escort, I was really fucking horny in San Francisco, and I got one, but it was $300, and they came to my room, and then she's like, "No, $300 was just me coming here Now, if you want a hand job, it's $150, or sex is $200. And I didn't want to pay anymore. I was pissed off that I was like, all right, that's bullshit. And the fact that her photo was supposed to be an Asian woman and she was an Italian woman. And yeah, so I had her for an hour. So instead of paying the extra money, I just sat there and talked to her. And
yeah, you really fucked her.
Yeah, she hated that. You really showed her a lesson.
Quit her job.
I got her flowers the next day. I stumbled.
What happens if you don't pay them?
They just sit there and talk to you. So I asked her every single question I could think of. I asked her how many people she fucked tonight. She said 17.
17
people. And
That's a lucky number.
I said, was it with condom? And she said, well, 3 of them didn't have condoms, so I fucked them without condoms. And I was like, holy shit, why didn't you tell me this before?
Please tell me you kept this girl's number.
Did you shit your pants?
Yeah, Shubie wants to honk at her in a couple days.
I wanted to squat over a glass tabletop and give it to Danny Thomas.
I was going to say De Niro.
De Niro?
De Niro and Jack Nicholson did that too.
Also, Harry Carey. Harry Carey was infamous.
No
for doing
way.
that. Yeah.
Harry Carey, the Cubs guy?
Yeah.
For doing what?
For we would lay under this. There's this place in Chicago, and you would lay under a glass table, and these girls would stand over it with just high heels on,
Just like launch a sewer pit.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, that's what Jake Cat Predator always does. Yeah.
I'm not into that anyway, but
she's not into that.
Did they blame it on the dog?
I let a chick pee on me.
You did, or you would?
Oh, I would.
But have you ever?
Well, she has better aim if she has a penis.
Define chick.
All right, you know what?
You know what?
Sure, she was hung like a donut. That's enough for you.
A similar thing happened to me once.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Hinchcliffe.
You know, things have been going great. You know, I've been feeling really good. You know, I'm feeling really good about myself. I finally got the podcast turned around. Positive energy. Thank you. Go ahead, Tony.
I once let a girl pee on me. For a second, we were just standing at the urinals next to each other.
Positive anal push.
All right. You know what? They don't have urinals in Bangkok. Thank you. You squat.
Push.
They do in the men's room.
They pee into the ground.
They do squat. That's so creepy. Have you guys seen that?
Squatters,
they have
yeah.
Yeah, they just have a hole in the ground that you
Forget the
it's a
country
shy
business.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I've had to do that so many
I
times.
squirt and squat.
You're a squirter, Brody.
I just heard about squirting today.
You're not squirting?
No, I mean, I heard about like how it could like physically like.
I'm going to talk to you more about this off air.
Sarah, I can actually make you squirt. Isn't that crazy?
That's
I know how to do
You
it.
don't know how.
No.
How?
I do too.
How can you make Sarah squirt?
All right. The whole deal is squirting.
It's all about the G-spot, baby.
It's in, up.
Yep.
That's right. You fuck with that thing for a while, you're squirting all over my face.
Okay, yeah, they say.
Okay, I got a Nickelodeon audition tomorrow. I can't be around the sex part. Squirting on my face.
Brody, I can make you squirt.
Oh, I squirt. I take aminos and fish oil.
Brody, do guys squirt on your face?
Squirt saliva. Yeah.
Oh.
I like how you're getting a little sexual looking at me right now. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do.
You want to dig into that? You want to dig into that little pussy?
What's your move, Brody? What's your move, Brody?
What's
your move in bed? What's your big move?
Do you want to check that?
What's my big move?
Yeah,
I'm different. Missionary. I'm original missionary.
Okay.
He's going to try to get you to convert.
Do you wear a shirt when you have sex?
No, I'm nude.
Okay. You wear your socks?
Take them off.
Okay.
Give one to you.
push-ups?
Make you attach it to your crotch. Because I'm gay.
After an hour and a half of the
Wait, hold.
I'm not sure if I could ever have sex with someone that had sex with a man before.
I didn't have sex with them. What do you look?
I mean, what was intimate, was experimental.
And I'm right back in. Cut that out, Redban.
All right,
I experimented with a man.
He didn't experiment with a man. He paid for a man.
He paid for it.
Have you seen a lady boy?
Actually, I have. Like that the chick in.
Anybody could get fooled.
Yeah.
The chick in Hangover too. I had no idea. I didn't see that coming. Didn't see it coming.
Didn't see it coming.
No.
I
Did you
did.
see
I
him
did.
coming after?
You saw it coming in your house.
You know what? I let you guys do this to me.
What did it taste like? 'Cause
That's what he said.
Nothing. I didn't do anything like that.
Oh,
Yeah. He did it into the guy's mouth.
oh, right.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
You did. You did.
This is getting too far.
Wait, so it's just a hand.
I can't. Here's the deal.
Why don't you tell the story?
I don't want
Clarify
Sandy. Sandy.
I'm just.
Here's the deal.
I want that air to be clear. So you don't have to deal with the
Wait,
real.
also,
They do every week. They attack me every week.
not attack you, Brody.
But then the story gets twisted out of hand.
Yes, my mouth is like a submarine because it's had semen in it.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be a week off here.
I've never done this.
Another high room with
That's never happened to me in my life.
I'm 10% gay, 12% when I have a boner.
Let me just say this. I heard Sandy had an escort story, but I kind of want to hear it.
Oh, Sandy, you have an escort story.
Let's hear it.
I was hoping
This
to get
can't
found out.
This can't end wrong.
I was. If you want to talk about rock bottoms for binge drinking, I was in Amsterdam for spring break, my junior year of college, and I was really drunk. And my plan going in was, okay, prostitution's legal. I'll have a threesome with 2 prostitutes because that's something that you can't just like go out and pick up 2 chicks.
Right.
And consent to having sex with you at the same time.
Wait, Sandy, to clarify, you can't just go out and
no. Yes.
Absolutely possible. Very quite possible.
So I can't. Right. I never will be able
That's what I
to.
said out loud.
But
Especially after this story.
so I got real drunk, and I didn't know. For the more savvy friends of mine who have visited Amsterdam, you got to go to a brothel if you want to get a prostitute. But I didn't know that.
Did you go to
I just
McDonald's?
What?
Where'd you go, McDonald's?
No, they have all these. Have you been there? There's all the. If you go to the red light district, there's all these doors that with that are glass doors, and there are women in the little rooms, and they're like waving at you and trying to get you to come over and talk to them. And I saw 2 girls in one of the doors, and I just went up there, and I was like, "How much?" And they were both like Eastern European, and they said €50 each. So I was like, "Okay." And then I went in there, and they're like, I gave them the money, and I was like really nervous, even though I was drunk. And they're like, "That was just to come in the door. Now you have to give us €100. Now you have to give us €100."
How many times?
And I wasn't aware that this was like standard practice for hookers. So I started. I'm Jewish, and I was a college student. So I was like trying to negotiate with them, and then it got a little heated, and I was like, "Just give me my money back." And they refused to give me my money back, and then I started like huffing and puffing, and
That's the Jewish coming out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he found out he's in a Jewish bondage. He likes having his money tied up in an IRA. So,
and then I just got to the point that I got to where I was like, "Fuck it, what do I get for what I paid you for?" And they started to give me a hand job with a condom on.
Ooh. The only thing worse than a hand job is a hand job with a condom on.
the only thing worse than a hand job and a hand job with a condom on is a hand job with a condom on when you're doing it yourself.
I will absolutely agree with that.
That's as bad as it gets.
What's a hand job?
I'll show you in a little
It's
bit.
when a man and a woman love each other very much.
It's where babies come from.
A special hug.
Yes, special mouth hug.
So they refused. I kept trying to get them to take their clothes off or like kiss each other. I couldn't get hard. I was drunk. Had a condom on,
you're getting
and
a
I
hand job
felt
with a
uncomfortable.
condom.
It was a hand job under duress. So, and I just got to the point. I was like, "Will you talk dirty to me?" And they didn't know English that well. So
That's kind of hot.
I had to feed them the lines though. So I had to hear myself say it and then repeat it back to me and butcher it.
He had to go hit the record button on the video. They were doing everything for the shoot.
And then I just got sick of it, and I was like, "Can't you guys do anything to make this?" And I felt something hit me in the face. They had one of those huge rubber double-sided dildos, and they started hitting me with it.
Oh my gosh.
And at that point,
now we're digging.
And I said, "I'll give you 45 minutes to knock that off." Is that what you said?
I'll give you another 50
and then I had to wrestle it out of.
wrestling like it's life and death.
I was playing tug of war with it.
First they had to hold him down.
I found myself giving the hand job with this fucking dildo.
First they had to hold him down, and then he took to it like a baby. This is a great story. This is fantastic.
That's why like hand jobs. It's the only thing I can do better than you.
Right.
Like, if the girl's like, "Let me give you a hand job," I'm like, don't ever
Well,
fucking talk to me again.
it went from a hand job to an assault, and I had to rip the thing out of their hand and throw it.
Usually does.
Yeah, it went from a hand job to you getting beat up with nuncocks.
And then I stood up, my pants are still around my ankles, I start threatening them. I'm like, I know that this is, prostitution is legal, I'm gonna tell your pimp, I'm gonna tell the police, and you guys are gonna get beaten and thrown in jail, fuck you, because they wouldn't give me, I had a
He
hat
even
they
went to
would
the
give-
Better Business Bureau.
And we got into a whole nother like money negotiation. I was like demanding my money back.
And they did the same thing.
And then I finally got them to give me my hat back, and I ran out of there.
Your hat?
Yeah. And, no. Like I had a hat.
An actual hat.
And
seriously.
What?
You can get store credit?
No.
Well, guys, we got to end this because we have the Ding Dong Show coming up.
Oh,
Hey guys, let's check out this drawing that we got Zach doing over here. Let's hold this up. Holy shit! How badass is this, guys? Wow! Look at that.
That is incredible.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, let me see that.
That might be one of my favorite drawings, I think.
Oh, wow, that is awesome.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
great.
Yeah, so you'll be able to find this online, and what we do is we auction it off on eBay, and then all the proceeds go to the
outstanding.
artist.
That's really good
That's
work.
very awesome. Thank you very much, Zach. Give it up for Zach.
Yeah.
You can find Zach at Zach Morissette on Twitter. And T, let's go down the line. Brody has to take off right now, but it's all things Brody.
Brody.
When is your app coming out to the iPhone? Yeah, because I was pissed off I couldn't buy it the other
Hopefully
day.
in a month or two.
Hopefully in a month or two, the Brody Stevens soundboard will be available on iPhone. Yes!
Push!
Brody Stevens, everybody. We got Don Barris here. What's up, Don?
I'd like to know before Brody goes, where does he have to go so quickly that he has to leave the show now?
Get another show. I got to run down to Tigerland. I'm going to try and come back, too. Positive energy. Yes. Thank you, Don.
Brody's a busy guy.
I got it.
All right, so Sarah, where are you at? Well, what's going on? Let's go down the line. Sarah Tiana on Twitter.
Yeah, Sarah with an H, Tiana with a Tiana.
All right. And you can see Sarah works on The Burn, which is on Comedy Central, one of the greatest shows.
Comedy Central, yes.
I love that show.
Tour dates on my website.
Yes. And all right, Sandy.
Right now,
This is actually my last appearance in comedy.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
He's retiring again, like Brett Favre.
It's going to be a pimp in Amsterdam.
You can find me at Sandy Danto on Twitter, my website, sandydanto.com, and my Instagram.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Snady Danto.
Get it out.
Thank you.
I don't have much going on. I got to draw it out as long as I can.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shoot.
Yeah, I got a couple tour dates. I can find with JimmyShubert.com and follow me on Twitter, Jimmy Shubert, Facebook fan page, all the fucking social media. I don't do Instagram. But, yeah.
Schubert's hilarious. You got to check him out live. Check out his website.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I was actually had an edible about 3 hours ago, and I was just trying to stay No, I was really just like a little half a muffin. But anyway, thanks for letting me sit in.
Tony Hinchcliffe, thank you for all the fucking powerful hits.
Yeah, very funny. 3 pointers, all.
At Tony Hinchcliffe, everybody. That's Tony, spelled like Tony, H plus inch, Cliff plus E. Thanks for being a big fan.
What the fuck is happening there?
The team on Twitter.
At the team on Twitter. Every Friday, you can pretty much find me at the Ice House Chronicles, another Deathsquad show. Every Wednesday here at midnight, we do our show, and every Monday, we do this show here. And, of course...
Punch Drunk Love every Tuesday.
Punch Drunk every Tuesday from noon to 2.
Yep. And guys, Simply Don is coming up next. The Ding Dong Show. If you haven't watched this, this is another live podcast we do at Deathsquad.
Put my Twitter out there.
And it's Simply Don 1 on Twitter. I'm Brian Redban. Guys, thank you very much for coming to Deathsquad Secret Show. You guys rule.